Sir, are you alright? Haven't even done an intro yet. Falling over. Dude, are you okay? Let me help you with that. Let me help you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to... Okay, I guess that's gonna serve as the intro. Welcome back to what is probably going to be the finale of the main story of Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. But it's not gonna be the last episode. In the previous episode, we started up our journey through Matan, and it turned out to be a little bit smaller than I thought it was gonna be, actually, because we pretty much cleared all the graph up. But now, it is time for us to actually take it to Futurism. You know what? I'll probably switch to red for this, except I think it's automatically going to switch to red, because I'm not playing one of the core 3 for the last event. And I know it automatically switched to red when we were fighting .exe. But first, of course, we need to make our way to where Futurism is. And where was that? Well, it's right down this long street. Try to speed things up a little bit. Get some of our boost back. There it is. There's the long street right there. Climb up these stairs that only really serve to ruin your combo. I like that it's not even stairs, but generally in a lot of games it's not even stairs. A ramp with horizontal stripes. Should have been vertical stripes. They look slimmy. Alright. In front of the statue. Futurism lies in wait. So, the chumps made it to the big league. Just because you know the boss doesn't mean we'll go easy on you. Give it up. At this point, this stuff is just formalities. On the contrary, kid. This stuff is what we live for. Now get ready. Listen up, young'uns, and listen good. This beef has gone on for long enough. As the battle authority, let us settle this matter. Crew battle. This place could use some tricks and combos. The crew with the illest score after 2 minutes will rule supreme over Matan. BRC is on a roll. Let's see if they got what it takes. Alright, let's jam. Alright, time for the last crew battle. If you think the Futurism is gonna give up without a fight, then they will be happy to prove you wrong. They start off pretty aggressive with their score, and you kinda need to do the same. Thankfully, however, there's a lot of places to get multipliers in here. So build up a multiplier and start bumping up that base score like crazy. Yeah, there's just a lot of corners here that you can take. You know, taking those corners is gonna be one of the best things you can do. We can also, you know, spray over their graffiti for good measure. Like, they don't need it. And besides, I need the boost. For tricks. Alright, let's get back on these rails now. Start building up that combo. Times 38. Heck, if I'm smart with how I get the rails, I might even be able to get to times 50 on this. Which will give us some real nasty scores. Yep, times 50. And we've done the loop. Let's start doing some flatlands tricks here. And We can always go down here. Get some more multipliers going. Futurism's score may seem intimidating at first, but I mean, if you've learned everything the game wanted to teach you, then it's not too bad. There we go, times 60. One last big trick. Ah, didn't push us over 3 mil, but time's up. Yo. Check it out. Bomb Rush Crew is truly unbeatable. Guess that's it for Futurism. BRC has won the battle. And we've learned our last dance. Locking. That makes 5 Boros. You guys actually got yourselves up there at the city. So, do you still want your head back? It's too late for that now. I've already found a head. It'll do. So you say. However, there is still something missing. The body is nothing without the head, and the head is nothing without the mind. The mind? Your past, Felix. Your present, Red. We must allow you to accept both and form a future self. If you please, dig it. Alright, let's get ourselves inside. A bunch of crows here. I like crows. I've seen videos of like crows and ravens and it's just like, oh, these fellas are actually pretty cute. That's a big one. And hey. Alright. Remember what I said about there being one last stage in the past? Well, I lied. I lied through my teeth. There is actually one more memory stage here. But we're finally actually playing as Felix himself. Although I think the Cyberhead actually looks cooler. But I can see, you know, wanting your actual, like, fleshy head back. I can see not everyone's into the robot head look. And it probably would make it a little bit difficult to do certain things, like... yeah, you can't really kiss someone with a robot head unless it's got lips. And I think having, like, robot lips is kind of weird. Can't eat a sandwich with a robot head. What you can do with a robot head, however, is, I mean, I was gonna say you could connect to the internet with it, but Red couldn't do that. Alright. Elevator taking us all the way up here. Quick exit. Wonder where that elevator's taking us. Thanks, I hate it. No, as much as I'll say, you know, thanks, I hate it, this is actually still a lot better than the Pyramid Island one, in my opinion. I think this one's generally a bit easier. Although, who knows, it might do something to make me eat my words. There we go. How do you guys feel about Super Mario Sunshine? The secret in the lighthouse. You do gotta do a little bit of platforming with rotating boys right here. Thankfully, however, you don't have to worry too much about Mario Sunshine slope physics. So surprisingly generous. Another jump. Oop. Say surprisingly generous, but I popped weird there. I like that these desks are just... some of them are just floating. Alright. One last big jump. And now, the final piece of graffiti. And we learn what truly happened that fateful night. Felix, this is what happened to you that night. And there's Solace. This was one of my favorite spots. I told Felix about it and he came by to do some graffiti. Felix, that friend of his ruined it all. Now I don't like this place anymore. This is what you call heaven. Are you keeping it steady? I got it, I got it.
Oh.
Hey, Felix. Yeah? Why don't you ever use a boost pack like me and Cyber? I told you. I only need one wing. It's this one. Never need any help, huh? Guess that's why you went solo. For all city. I work best solo. No hard feelings, man. Wonder how your single wing will carry you.
City King.
All City King.
Huh?
What was that?
Huh?
Felix. But what happened to him? You saw it. Do you understand now? Why I tried to end Faux at the police station? Never thought you would stick your neck out for little old me, DJ. At least I still have my neck, Red Felix. Luck was on my side for losing my head here of all places. Faux didn't realize there was a key witness who knew what happened. That little angel fan of yours. That didn't stop the police from arresting me and your crewmate. But it worked out in the end. Nah, this isn't the end. I'm going to be the one to deal with Faux. With all of our memories restored, we are more powerful than we were before. Big three. Me, you, and Faux. Our old friend is now in complete control of the police force. Correct. Faux is Project Algo. He wants to systematically kill all writers in New Amsterdam. But he's still someone with emotions and impulses. I know what I have to do to make him. Speak of the devil, he doth appear. Like we're out of time. Oh no, devil theory. They were so likable. Such lovable, wonderful people. Can't believe they're getting bullied by this. We had a deal. You will regret this. Wrong. I don't regret. Stop! I know who you are. You hurt him that night. You pushed my friend off a building.
Ah.
And who is this friend of yours, little angel? Solace, don't answer that. That's him, my friend Felix. You tried to kill him, but you failed. He's still here.
Huh?
Felix. Let's see. So that's how it is. So this is why you were such a thorn in my eye. You were the one who stole my body. I will be all city. You're just trying to deny me what I deserve once again. Faux, I thought you were a friend, a writer like us. Turns out you're just a murderer. You try so hard with your made-up rules. I used to be like you. Now I see art is war. Rules are only for those who believe in them. Like this, without competition, I will be all city. You're out of your mind. Graffiti is a competition. It's not about hurting people. Graffiti still needs the rules of society. Think about it. We wouldn't be doing this if it was legal. Graffiti would be hella boring if it was legal. Felix, you never wanted us to be a crew, and why would you? You gained so much from dropping me. And that is how I intend to do this. By dropping all of you. Alright. We've dealt with a tank walker before. Need to get to safety. Problem is, however, there's a lot of cops on his side, too. There's a lot of cops. There's also snipers in the back as well, like... It's not just gonna be a simple fight against a single tank walker, but thankfully the tank walker still goes down in the same way. Just gotta grind up its arms and paint over its cores. Excuse me. You go away. Graffiti may not be about hurting people, but if you think I'm gonna back down and take these guys' shit, we've got another thing coming. Oh, I see that sniper laser. But it's far too late for that. I'm too fast, man. And there's the head. Here, come here, foe. I've got a nice tasty Felix for you. And boom. And that tank walker is down. What's going on? No! No! I'm sorry, I can't really yell and ham it up in this house, but... Seemed like a little bit of an anticlimactic final boss, though. But I think it's only fitting. He died in the same way we did. That was it? I could have done that. Huh? He's a big boy. Here he is, connected to all the servers of Project Algo. Always in my way. Pop goes your head. No need for this anymore. I'll have a younger body like yours instead. Me? He's a long boy. Hey, can you hear me? Stuff. What are we going to do now? Red is down and he's got Solace. I got this. It's like, Red, are you doing alright? And his last words are just, Furlington boat cactorate. All our efforts. I'm afraid you can't beat anyone in this state. But... It's... that cop? No time to waste. Is that what I think it is? Project Algo is out of control. Its corruption is spread throughout the police force. I figured we both want the same thing here.
Yeah.
Alright, that should do it. We better be getting some diplomatic immunity after this. The corruption has rooted itself deeply into the troops, but I'll do my best. How do you feel? I feel like I can take him out. We gotta go after them. Foe's got Solace. I think I know which way they're headed. There's a shortcut through the statue. I believe there's a certain way to open it. Gee, I wonder if it could have anything to do with those graffiti spots that suddenly appeared on those hands. Well, let's solve this puzzle. And 24 minutes in the recording already? Jeez. Alright. Didn't think I was going for that long. Anyway, it's time to spray the eyes on these hands. Pick any graph you want and just go to town on them. Now, all of these will count toward rep, obviously, as you just saw. And there are 4 of them up top and 4 of them on the bottom. You may be wondering, well, how am I going to get to the ones on the bottom? They're right above a bottomless pit. And of course, thankfully, modern technology has given us the answer to that. Because the laws of gravity don't really need to exist. Yeah, who needs mutual attraction between objects of mass? Come on! It's like Sir Isaac Newton's first law of physics is just like, I like them thick as fuck. Well, you can't write that. Alright, then write, the greater the mass, the greater the attraction. Alright. We need to grab these rails. These anti-gravity rails. And also tag that, too. Alright. Thankfully, however, you don't have to just do it from the half pipe. You can also use the air vents too. The jump pads. Give them a quick spray. Although I think there's only a jump pad for 3 of the 4 rails. I do think you need to take a half pipe for 1 of them. Yeah, looks like this boy right here. Thankfully, however, this one extends high enough to the point where you don't need to make a weird camera jump. You just have to hit it. Red. Red. Oh. There we go. It's a little bit off every time. If we accidentally end up doing a different design for each one of these two, that would be pretty great. Alright, this one's easy to reach with a boost pad. With a little bit of boost to clear things up. I feel like I've already repeated a graph pattern, but who knows? And just leaves one last fella over here, which we missed. Let's go back. Back again. Red is back. Tell a friend. And that opens the way through the mouth. Before we go in there, actually, there is, well, A, a text from Solace, and B, a thing that we can miss. Alright, Solace, what you got for us? In case you were planning on rescuing me, I mean, no worries if not, but if you are, that big lion's mouth, it's a pretty good tight spot, but there's a way to where Faux is taking me. Just in case, you know. Oh, you kinky little weirdo. But I'm not gonna shame. I'm gonna rescue him. Much as Trice doesn't want us to, we've gotta rescue him. Inside the mouth is a nice long slide strip. Great way to get some tricks and some points going. Travel fast without needing to use any boost. Forgetting my words here again. And you also need a slide at the end there anyway. There, it's Faux. No one's freaking out over the giant metal centipede like this is just a common occurrence. After him. Alright. Check around for any more secrets. However, there's a lot that we can't access right now. We're actually basically forced onto a linear path for this section. There's actually more to this area than just this. There's actually like girders you can use to get onto the other rooftops. But we can't do that right now. We've got someone to rescue. That does not mean that I will stop spraying graffiti, though. Rescue or not. Maybe it's a radical rescue like the Ninja Turtles. Alright. There's a spot over here, actually. All this is breakable glass if you want to come back with a skater later. And hey, there's a shirt down there. Alright. Oop. Did not mean to jump that early, but okay. Well, Red, you get to experience the pain of falling once more. Should be used to it, my man, but probably one of those things that still sucks every time. Another one of those cases where you actually hand plant at the end. But when this... God, I hope the game doesn't crash after this cutscene again. Let's finish this once and for all. Okay, no, it... And hey, there's a little bit of graph we can spray here too. Alright, is there anything else on this island? Inside the donut? Doesn't look like there's anything inside the donut. Alright, time to grind the girders. And just grinding a little bit gets us to this boss arena. If you thought that the previous final boss was a little bit anticlimactic, well, don't worry. The actual final boss does make up for that. What we have to do is avoid bombs, avoid all sorts of hazards, and try to get onto his arms. Oh, okay, that was weird. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, all right. You should probably grab onto his arms when, you know, things actually stop, now that I think about it. He stopped shooting me. Okay. It's alright, we missed the rail, though. No, just gonna wait here. Show off our new dance. That's not our new dance. There we go. Dance to heal. Alright. What I was trying to do is get on here so we can reach the tippity top. Start working his arms. That's one of them down. Didn't realize his machine gun was gonna deal that much damage to me, though. Chews through your health surprisingly fast, but then again, it is machine guns. I don't know of a way to reliably dodge the machine gun fire, if you want me to be real. I just kind of take it. Also, sometimes you don't need to worry about grinding onto his arms, you can just use the crisscrosses here to help you do that for you. You probably can, like, boost to help dodge things. Maybe it's like a Jet Set Radio 1 thing where you can dash to become immune to bullets. But I'm pretty sure you get hit by them even when you are dashing, so... See if there's any method to this madness. I say method to this madness, but method is the wrong trick there. Alright, spray you. Oh, you look like you had a big goofy mouth from that. Just a big goofy open mouth full of orange. Hello! Well, I was hoping to get onto another arm there, but... Oh, he's sending traps now. Thankfully, however, stand still during that. Just have to be careful of that fist going around now. Thankfully, the wires trailing behind the hand trap don't actually deal any damage. 2 arms left. This machine gun fire is going to be a little bit less threatening, hopefully. Okay, so yeah, I guess boost dashing does make you, invincible to that. But we're not in a good spot to get either of those arms, I don't think. Well, maybe. Hail Mary plate? Hail Mary plate? Never mind, shouldn't have gone for it. Back on the rail with you. Actually, this might be, sometimes you're a little bit too magnetic there, Red. Ooh, okay, game did not like what I did there. So I guess, yeah, just wait for him to attack, try not to, you know, we don't need to go out of our way for it. Ooh, but we can go out of my way for you. Yeah, your arm blew up because of tits. How do you like that? What a way to die. And now you've only got one arm left. I'd say you're mostly armless. No, get back on that way. No, that way. Thank you. And that is one last arm destroyed. And me flying off into space. Congratulations, I'm going on board the Ark. Alright, and with that, there's one last target left. One last thing we need to spray. It's less spraying, it's more we need to find a way to boost dash into him. He's a little bit too tall. He's too tall for them all. But maybe like this. Faux! I know your secret. Many others were framed and jailed for your graffiti. You wanted to be perfect, to never get caught. I trusted you. You even tried to kill me. Because I found out your dad was a corrupt cop that kept you out of trouble. So what? Is that it? Who am I not to make use of my roots? All city my ass. You're a coward. Killing people just to hide from reality. You never knew what it was like. No one was going to accept me if they knew about my dad. I had no choice. Why don't you understand? Now, Felix. You betrayed me first. Not my problem. And hey, we got saved by the lad. And that is GG. Well, it would be once the game loads, provided it doesn't crash. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Please tell me we got to watch the ending credits and the ending cutscene. Please tell me. I say, backed away from my microphone in anguish. Team Reptile, if you're watching, I don't know why you'd be watching, but if you're watching, could you please look into that? Because that's happened in every playthrough of this game on the Switch version. Every time I've played it. And I've turned the Switch on and off. And I've turned the game on and off, but it still always happens there. Thanks. Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Alright. Everybody. Bomb rush is all city. So they got up and made a change. But there are things you can't change. Your age, your roots. You better own and rock that shit. In the end, what defines you is what you do with the stuff you've got. Hey yo, where's Felix at?
Yo.
I never thanked you for bringing me back. Back to life, back to the reality of myself. You did most of the work yourself. But don't think for a second you'll be all city forever. This ain't over. And that is credits for Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Would I say that this game is the Jet Set Radio Future 2, the Jet Set Radio 3 of my dreams? That's a bit of a tough one, honestly. I will say, this game is great. It hits a lot of the notes that you would want from a Jet Set Radio successor. It has a great visual style, it has a great curated soundtrack, the control feels great, and I feel like this game sits in a really good middle point between Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future. Where more like Jet Set Radio, it has like a brighter, more vibrant color scheme, where Jet Set Radio Future I always felt was a little bit less bright and colorful. I always preferred the aesthetic of the Dreamcast version more. But I'd say that as far as control, this is a lot better than OG Jet Set Radio. It's more along the lines of Jet Set Radio Future, which controlled a lot better, and I think overall had a better, more compelling single-player campaign. And that compromise between both Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future, that even transitions to like the graffiti itself, because you play a minigame like Jet Set Radio 1, but it's a lot faster, which gives you that feeling of playing Jet Set Radio Future. So I think it strikes a really good mid-balance there. I know once this game came out, it did get a little bit of flack for being a spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio, but not doing that much unique with it. And I get that. I get like the complaint that it strives to be a Jet Set Radio successor and not its own thing. But I don't know, I still really like this game. I mean, I've liked it enough to beat it 4 times now. And I don't think that that I would have that if I didn't like the game. It's honestly a really cool experience, and if you've never played a Jet Set Radio game, this might actually be a pretty good way to start. Mainly because the OG Dreamcast game, gameplay-wise, I don't think has held up as well. Not necessarily like the, I don't think it's bad that it has like that arcadey feel, I just feel it has a lot of clunkiness to it that they ironed out in Jet Set Radio Future. But Future, you can't really play very much because you kinda need an original Xbox for it, and I don't know if Xbox emulation is like quite there yet. Which is weird because Xbox is a fucking Windows box, so you'd think emulation would be, right there and easy to do, but I guess there's not as much of a demand for it. I think even though this game does have a couple of small little warts, it does have some glitches. Some of the crashes on the Switch version are a bit annoying, and I can't confirm if they happen on PS4 or on Steam. But I think even with the problems, this game has captured my attention enough for me to play it multiple times, and I'm still gonna play it because there's still a surprising amount of content we have yet to do. We have yet to get all the graffiti spots in Matan, and there's still more characters to unlock. So, I think I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, where we explore Matan and get our next guy.